Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Chanticleers will put it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
And there's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They want to run this quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. 4th down coming up.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the big fella. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Dropping back, it's Graves. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. The defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Coastal. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback, sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will keep it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. After that pick six on the opening drive, good show of focus here to get back in scoring position. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
No, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in point.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Line gets set, first down. Quick handoff. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes the offense on second down. These corners going to give them some space. Back to pass, it's Graves. It's complete. Push down for the tackle.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the cover.
Oh, there's the ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Shoots it to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on. After the misfire, now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. On the move. Runs through the tackle. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Chanticleers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on off.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself.
He lost one down the sideline. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Defensive back spread all over the field trying to take away the pass. Dropping back, it's Graves. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out quickly. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The shot that clears with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Ivory. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Now on first down from the 28. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To the air, it's Graves. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Chanticleers are marching down the field. And the ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Second down coming up.
Get set, get set.
He'll do it himself.
Well, he chews up yards. That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground, and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass, it's Graves. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, shot to clear. They take the lead with the 6. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Leaves it with the running back. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And he intercepts it. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He leaves it with his back. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. He leaves it with the back. Able to get 1 down to the 15.
At the 15-yard line. 3rd down coming.
He started in a great spot, but now facing a 3rd and 4. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Coastal Carolina 21, Tulane 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Tulane 14.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
Snags it down the right side. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Looking for the 2-point try. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Chanticleers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tulane!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Dropping back, it's Graves. Got his man down the middle. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Number 32.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Back to throw, it's Graves. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese.
Afterburners coming. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the fourth quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Tulane right back to the line. Dialing up the second down pass play. He's got him in the flat. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Feeling some heat. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
6-9-1, Gators score. Easy.
The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Freedom. Hawk. 42, Spider. Horse, go.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Looking to throw. Can't find his man in the end zone. The two-point attempt is no good, and they'll try to hang on to this lead in the final seconds. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here, they've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air, it's Graves. They're trying. Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in at the 15. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played today.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, whatever. Hey, yeah, it's big-time clubs, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.